Hey everyone, so I'm here with a week in review of what the hell has happened this week according to the news cycle, and I give my analysis on it as usual. So here we go. So I'm gonna pin that. So here it is. According to the Johns Hopkins website, it's Johns Hopkins website, coronavirus.jhu.edu, global confirmed cases is 172 million. Haiti, 172,449,514 cases of COVID-19 around the world. Global death toll is 3,708,280. The U.S. confirmed cases is 33,343,773. And the U.S. death toll is damn near almost 600,000. It's 597,001. So again, global confirmed cases 172.4 million. Global death toll is 3.7 million. U.S. confirmed cases is 3.3. The exact number is 33,343,073. And the U.S. death toll is 597,001. Yeah, I don't even want to get into the media thing because I'm going to talk about the Fauci thing soon. But in terms of vaccinations, there's 63% received the first dose. 63% of adults received the first dose of the vaccine. So that is a plus. However, we're still not at a place of herd immunity. People keep saying the 4th of July. I highly doubt it. That's in my opinion. The 4th of July is actually a month away from today. And so 52% of adults are fully vaxxed. However, I think 70% to herd immunity, in my opinion, is my analysis on it. I'm not an expert. I'm not a media pundit. I'm just a regular schmegular degular person just giving my analysis. And sometimes I'm right about it. I think 70% of herd immunity is not enough. Because that 30% that don't want to take the vaccine is going to spread that shit like wildfire. They're going to walk around without their mask. They're going to cough in everybody's face. This shit is still in the fucking air. Because other countries still have the strain of the coronavirus. Like they're having their cold and flu season with COVID-19 with another strand right now as we are breaking into the summertime. So the incoming fall months, I'm very, very nervous about. I'm very nervous about everything opening up at 100%. Yes, we'll still be wearing our masks and there will be social distancing measures in place. But however, this 70% of herd immunity, I understand the president knows how to manage a pandemic because he managed two. I think that's not enough. And T, you are most certainly right. There are nasty mofos here, and not just all one color. They come in all colors and all cultural backgrounds. Let's just be clear with that. Some of them is walking around without no mask on, even though they didn't get fully vaxxed. Hey, kid, they didn't even get fully vaxxed. They still walking around without their mask on. Lying, they say they got vaccinated. Knowing good and damn well you did not get the vax. You did not get the Pfizer or the Moderna. Or even the Johnson & Johnson, which I don't think the Johnson & Johnson is good, but you didn't get no vaccinations. You didn't even get fucking tested, probably. And you still out there gathering and shit. Yes, I'm fully vaxxed, but do I want to go to a large-scale event? Hell no. I'll be around my family. That's the most I'll be around is my family and maybe like 2 or 3 friends. I'm not trying to be around a whole bunch of people because it's a pandemic. My college friends even said, we have a group chat. We even say it's a whole-ass pandemic. This shit is still in the air. That's why world leaders, including U.S. presidents, try to avoid a global health problem because it takes 2 years to get rid of. The least 2 years. Sometimes it takes people 5. But it's just too much. And that's another thing. The Starbucks are allowing people to come in with a mask or no mask on. And it's just like, that's just bad for business. It truly is. So, I mean, I'm a little leery. That's why I double mask. I probably will double mask tomorrow. It's supposed to be 91 degrees. But I will still have my mask on because I know everybody and their mama is gonna come outside without their mask on. Nope, I'll be that one with my mask gonna match my tie-dye shirt and my biker leggings. I have a friend that works in Starbucks, okay? So she works in Starbucks. But yeah, I think that's the stupidest shit. And it's not just Starbucks, it's all these stores that's fucking doing this shit. And only one store I know that's wiping down their cart is fucking TJ Maxx. So Whole Foods is getting lax on wiping down their carts. I brought my Clorox wipe. I have my what's that thing? I have my Lysol spray. I have my wet ones in my bag. And I have 3 hand sanitizers in my bag besides my keys and my wallet and my phone. And everybody think I'm crazy, but like, we're still in the midst of this shit. And it's not going to go away. People keep saying this. It's the freaking, it's going to be the fall. No. Other countries already have a new strand that's out there. So it's just only a matter of time. But on a lighter note, on the jobs report, there are 569,000 new jobs that's been created according to CNN, I think, this morning when I woke up to that news alert this morning. So, cause I was tired as hell. Yeah, there's a jobs report where, 569,000 new jobs has been created, but still people are not getting hired. That's one. And also there's people that's not taking a job for a lower salary, which I wouldn't blame them. Yeah. And also, I hope the gas problem is fine in the DMV too, because I know people that live in the DMV besides UT. I know I have a couple friends that live in the DMV, so yeah, having a gas, I hope everything's all right. But who wants a job for a lower wage? Who seriously wants a job for a lower wage? I don't. I got too much education and experience. Even people with no college degree and they have a lot of experience don't want no job for a lower wage. Nobody. Absolutely, Queen. Nobody. Like, I understand the president has optimism, but it's the simple fact is, nobody wants, and yes, and inflation on food we're experiencing inflation too. So everything is going up crazy. So as a person who's still searching for a job, thank God I have school and I have, save some money and I have unemployment, because other people can't get unemployment and they worked in a small business. So, nobody wants a lower wage job. But we just got to keep praying and we got to keep searching and got to keep your eyes on the ball. And yes, everything has went up since COVID, because COVID has really not just affected us with mental health and health, of course, but it affected us economically. Coming from a person that studied economics and studied business and studied accounting and everything, like, we talk about inflation and all the time. And I always relate it to the COVID issue. Like, my last project, I kind of centered it in the 2019 COVID pandemic. Even though it's still going on, I was just like, a lot of businesses suffered. My mom's job suffered. Like, they closed all their stores. Retail is doing the worst. The absolute worst. It's doing worse than department stores, and it's doing worse than food stores. They're doing the absolute worst, and small businesses took a huge hit. But in terms of this job report, I hope these jobs will give people a higher wage to get a leg up so they can get that experience. I hope the Americans Job Act passed. And speaking of the American Jobs Act, I hope the Democrats will get it together in the Senate, not in the House. The House, they got their shit together. Besides some members of the squad, they get on my nerves, but they got their shit together. And of course, yes, I'm glad that you have your job, T. I'm glad you have your job. Yes, everybody was dragging Kristen Sinema. I kind of dragged her a little bit. But in some light of the spectrum, besides the fact that she don't want to kill the filibuster and she don't want to raise the minimum wage, which I'm like, get it together. But at least, I'm going to give her this much. she wants to pass a voting rights bill. She's part of the person that's on the what is it, the bill. She wants to pass some form of human rights because she is a openly bisexual woman, even though she get on my nerves on some of her stances. But I give her some credit. That's why I try not to like too much drag her as much, even though I don't like the person that she stood next to taking a picture. But I try not to drag her as much because she's not really the problem. It's more so Joseph Manchin III. He's the one that's like, I don't want to vote for this bill. I don't want to vote for that. It's not in there. He's the issue. He was almost the one that held up the COVID thing. The American Rescue Plan, while everybody else was on board to vote for it. He is the issue. Cinema has her issues. I mean, I'm side-eyeing her with the what is it, with the filibuster and the fucking minimum wage thing, but I'm not side-eyeing her on human rights and civil rights, because at least with that, and you know, and I'm assuming I'm not sure with the statehood, but all the other stuff she wants to actually pass. So I'm just like, it ain't really too much her, even though I'm side-eyeing her. But Joseph Manchin III is the fucking problem. Even Claire McCaskill said he's the fucking problem. And if she's saying that, and she's his former colleague, she's not lying. She said he's the problem. And he is. So that's why Democrats need to get their shit together. Everybody say, well, Chuck Schumer need to talk to him and everything. I was like, no matter how you want to talk to Joe Manchin, the only person that can probably deal with Joe Manchin is President Biden and Vice President Harris. That's why Vice President Harris is assigned to deal with the the Voting Rights Act, besides all the other tasks with the border and all the other stuff in the American Jobs Plan, which she's going to be dealing with the water crisis. She got the Voting Rights Act. So, but then again, when Joe Biden was the vice president, he was assigned to the American the Economic Recovery Act and the implementation of the ACA and handling H1N1 and Ebola. So that comes with the territory when you're the vice president. And also Vice President Harris will be dealing with foreign relations too. So that's why I say a chunk of the vice president job is more so dealing with domestic policies and international policies. So when they say that Vice President Kamala Harris is not equipped for the job, that's a total fucking lie. That's why during last year's election season, when she was picked as the vice president, I said it could be no one better for the job. Because Elizabeth Warren couldn't, nor Amy Klobuchar, hardly. So we need to work hard to keep the House and the Senate. And yeah, that's another thing. Democrats cannot be divided. Not from the moderate lane. The moderates, lane, they can't be divided. But also on the progressive lane, we can't. We have to all unite as one. We got to keep that House and that Senate. And progressives need to act like they're part of the party. And Joe Manchin act like he needs to be part of the party. And so is Sinema. We all need to come together so we can work together, to work cohesively, so we can still have the majority. We need to put our fucking shit aside and work together as the Democratic Party. We don't need outside influences, and I'm talking about the political commentators, because they are the problem. They are the problem. Half of them don't even fucking work in government. And they have so much to say. And trust me, one got dragged all over the internet and slide in my comments. And I'm not going to call out that person. But I'm just saying is that these outside voices, some of them need to shut the fuck up too. So that's my saying. It's 138 days. Yep. And there's no black women in the Senate. That's why I wish there were more. And it was funny. There was like 2 or 3 black women that was running for the Senate. One was running as a progressive in Tennessee, knowing good and damn well progressive policies does not work in Tennessee. What the fuck were you thinking? I have no fucking idea. No one even know who you were, because you were a Warren Democrat. That's the worst brand you can be. Listen, I already did the video on Jason Johnson. I ain't going to try to drag the man again. I'm not going to try to drag the man again. Because it's not just only him. You have Michelle Goldberg, who gave her opinion on the mayoral debate, which I'm going to get to soon. She got on my goddamn nerves. And always get on my nerves. Then sometimes Brittany Pat Cunningham gets on my nerves. And then who else? It's a couple other them. I can't name them, but they all get on my motherfucking nerves. These ultra progressive people need to shut the fuck up. And also Bill Kristol too. He gets on my nerves. He gets on my fucking nerves. Like, I just wish he would just like shut the fuck up too. All of them. But speaking of this mayoral race, see, I'm almost done. I already said who I was going to rank. I found out where my early polling site was. It's near Central Park, which is not bad. So I get to go there. I have to look up who. I know who's going to run as DA, but I got to really search who I'm going to rank as a DA. I already got who I was going to rank as the mayor. I need to rank who's going to be the DA. I need who's going to rank to be the Manhattan Borough President and the City Council. Those I need to look at. I got to go on ballotpedia.com before I go to bed tonight and look. But I'm just going to say this. That debate was tense. But I'm glad it was tense because then you know which side you on. Who did good? Who came out on top tonight for me on that debate was Eric Adams, Diane Morales, and even Catherine Garcia did pretty well. She stepped up from the last debate. That's just my opinion. Okay, no problem. But who was lukewarm? Who I'm really starting to side-eye, and everybody's going to get mad at me? Maya's ass. Maya's really been pissing me off lately. I mean, lately. She's been making me really, really, really mad. And I shouldn't say that, but I'm getting real pissed off with the whole let's have a progressive agenda. You know good and damn well you've been working in New York for a pretty long time. It's not going to work. She needs black people, black women, and black men to vote for her. Because who I see her majority support, besides the online support, is more so white women and white men. Well, the cisgender white men in the city. And it's no disrespect, but it's just like, you know good and damn well who goes to the primaries. Who goes to the primaries? Older black people. That's who go to the primaries. Like, Maya should know this. She's been living in New York City for quite a while. Even though she's from D.C., but she's been living here for quite a while. And also, she worked for the de Blasio administration. She knows. She's like, you know who go to the primaries, lady. Why you keep catering to these people that don't vote for the Democratic Party 100%? Like, why? Because in the article, she said she's trying to bridge the gap between black people and white progressives. You know these white progressives that just move here. You know they don't like older black people. You know that. Like, if anybody know that, you know that. Like, you know that. Like, I'm ranking her as still number 2. Because she went from number 1 to number 2. It's supposed to be another debate on the 16th of June. So, I mean, let's just hope this debate performance is a lot better than the last one. Because her last debate performance, she talked over people to the point where the moderator even had to say, can you work with me here? When the moderator said that to you, you know it's bad. That's not good. So I really hope that Maya gets it together, pick up her groundwork, and start going into the Harlem, the Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens. Start talking to these older black folks. You know, go into some senior centers. There's some senior citizens open. Go to the projects. You see a lot of older people sitting outside. Go talk to them. That's my advice. I already talked about Kristen Cinema already. You're gonna probably have to watch the replay on my Instagram, but I already talked about Kristen Cinema. But I already told her what it is, even though I gave my explanation so you could talk about it. But hello, but yeah. So who I'm ranking number one? I said Eric Adams, Maya Wiley, Catherine Garcia, Diane Morales. Even though I don't agree with Diane Morales more so on the policy front, but I appreciate the fact that she is serious about running for mayor. I like people who are serious running, even though she has no political experience out of the people that I'm ranking. But I appreciate the fact that she is serious about running, because you got to be serious about running. And number 5 is Sean Donovan. Sean Donovan gets on my nerves, but he has experience. He knows how to handle the homelessness, and he's experienced in that field, and he worked for the Obama administration. So that's a plus for him. Ray McGuire gives me Bloomberg vibes. Scott Stringer is just sleazy. And he has another allegation that just came out. I just got the news alert for it, talking about, Joe Biden and the governor to resign, the governor of New York to resign. You need to excuse yourself out of this race, buddy. And of course, no one takes Andrew Yang seriously, because it's just a vanity project. It's another vanity project. And speaking of the Yang gang, like I said it from before, and I'm going to say it again. Andrew Yang is not qualified to be the mayor of New York City. He has no knowledge of how our agencies are run. He doesn't have knowledge of our city budget. He doesn't have knowledge of our city history. He takes this shit as a joke. He thinks this is some type of game and some type of, just project, vanity project. But this is serious business. You're going to be responsible of the lives of almost 9 million people in this city with a enormous budget, which we are now in a deficit, and other host of issues. We don't need clownery. We don't need buffoonery, and we don't need bullshit. You can talk that talk, but you can't walk that walk. And that's what I get from Andrew Yang. That's why I didn't really take him seriously when he ran for president. Because we were in a dire situation last year. We're in a dire situation this time. And we need a governor. No, we need a mayor that can work with the governor. Whether you like him or not, you're going to have to work with that man, because he's not leaving no time soon. I have a feeling he's going to ride out his whole tenure until the end of next year. That's how I see it. And taking all the credit, saying you flipped Georgia blue. You know good and damn well it was LaTosha Brown and Stacey Abrams and their organizations. And I wish his supporters will stop fucking putting the post of Stacey Abrams thinking Andrew Yang, I'm knocking on some fucking doors. That's what you do when you want to volunteer. You knock on fucking doors like every other fucking volunteer. So if you got a problem, you can pass the fuck on through, like I always say. And speaking of these progressives, this 21st century progressivism sucks. I hate it much so. So here it is. Where is it? I would like to say the definition of progressivism, because I think we need to actually get the correct definition. The meaning of progressivism is a noun. Support for or advocacy of social reform. The country is seen a bastion of social progressivism. In simple terms, progressivism is a way of thinking that focuses on social progress. It is a philosophical movement and a political movement. The idea of progress is the belief that human society is improving over time. So I'm going to read that again. Progressivism is a way of thinking that focuses on social progress. It is a philosophical movement and political movement. The idea of progress is the belief that human society is improving over time. To be a progressive. Is an adjective, so it's one, happening or developing gradually or in stages, proceeding step by step. 2. Of a group, person, or idea favoring or implementing social reform or new liberal ideas. In a noun, a person advocating or implementing social reform or new liberal ideas. 2. A progressive tense of aspect. So I'm going to revert to the same one again. The number one definition, that's an adjective. Happening or developing gradual or in stages, proceeding step by step. So my question is, when did the term progressivism means microwavable, ready, set, and go? Last time I checked, when I was growing up, and I grew up around activism in Harlem, the mecca of activism, the mecca of almost like damn near everything, right? A lot of what they were advocating for took time. Like Roland Martin said, it takes a while for a movement to build. A movement is not a moment. And what's wrong with today's progressivism and the movement I say, because I feel like it's a joke to them. They think, what they advocating for should be done right away. Come out the oven like pizza right away. No. Not at all. It's gradual steps to get what you want. Look how long it took us just to get healthcare to be law of the fucking land. Or better yet, how long it took for Roe v. versus Wade to become law. Settle law. Or how long, even I got something better for you, how long it took for the Civil Rights Act to be passed and the Voting Rights Act to be passed, even though they're trying to do some voter suppression shit. But I'm talking about from the 60s. I'm talking about things that were controversial, that took so much time, that people actually died for, just to become settled law, or their reputations ruined to be settled law, just to have settled law. This whole thing for Medicare for all, which last time that bill was originally the late representative of Michigan, of Detroit, Michigan, John Conyers' bill. It wasn't Bernie Sanders' bill. Bernie Sanders did not become a national co-sponsor until 2016. So that was never his fucking bill. So I wish people would stop making it as his fucking bill, because it wasn't. Things take time. Laws to pass. You have to convince people to work with you and see what's the problem. That's like free college. That shit takes time. Canceling student loan debt takes time. Those things take time. It takes a lot of movement, a lot of voices to be heard, a big movement. It also takes a lot of just working together with Congress and with other activists. But the problem with these progressives is, like I said, they want everything right away. And if you don't agree with them, you are some type of neo-corporate liberal shill. And just to give y'all the record, Those same neoliberal corporate shills, those are the motherfuckers that save democracy and that's getting shit done right the fuck now. Because what are these progressives is doing? Absolutely nothing. And the ones in Congress, what bills have they passed? Do y'all know what bills they passed? If they pass any bills and if any of their bills became law, please let me know. But until then, shut the fuck up. Because obviously, you guys don't understand how civics works. You guys only got politically aware and politically conscious when Donald Trump came in office. Where were you during the Obama era or during the Bush era? Because some of y'all probably wasn't alive, to understand the Clinton era. That's why y'all got so much shit to say. And for the ones that were alive during the Clinton era, you did not like the fact that he was around a whole bunch of black people. That's your motherfucking problem. Because you think that white people were the only progressives in the world, when actually progressivism actually began in the root of black people during Martin Luther King and the Black Panther movement. That's right, Nick. You Fred Hampton socialist, whatever, your Fred Hampton socialist movement, like you forgot about that part, right? Because some of those same people that were in the Black Panther movement that became, council members later on in their life and activists, they actually work with those same neoliberal corporate shills. They actually realized shit took time. The problem with you, Nick, is that you're bastardizing a legacy. A whole motherfucking legacy. And I have a Black Panther that followed me. And some of your folks trashed her because all she said was police the police if Fred Hampton was alive. And she actually knew Fred Hampton. You didn't. You wasn't alive yet. She was. She was standing right beside him. Like all of this fake woke conscious shit that, and then like you're inviting people to the cookout that don't need to go to the cookout. Like, can we just stop that shit? Seriously, can we stop? Because I'm still waiting, but can we really stop? Like, seriously. Stop inviting these motherfuckers to the cookout. Like, stop inviting them to reach out and touch somebody's hand, make this world better. Let's not lean on Jesus with them. No. Because I'm not ready for reconciliation. I'm still mad about 2016. And I'm halfway mad at 2020. I'm mad. I'm dumb mad. Yes, I got Harlem with it. I'm dumb mad. Because I'm like, y'all still don't understand what kind of shit that we were in for the last 4 years, excuse me. Some of y'all got mad because the same quote-unquote neoliberal corporate shill and the establishment, yes, David Serrata, because you call my folks from South Carolina, some of my family members that voted for Joe Biden, or even one of them vote for Elizabeth Warren, you call them the establishment. I'm still salty, and I'm still waiting for my apology, which I'm not going to get in no time soon, because that's how much of a motherfucker you are. But you and your folks call them the neoliberal corporate shill, but y'all didn't vote for the Democratic ticket in 2020. So y'all should have nothing to say about the Biden and Harris administration at all. At all. You guys protested a vote, and y'all voted for Howie Hawkins' rusty, mothball, dusty ass. Didn't even get 1% of the vote. Got 0% of the vote. 354,000 votes. 354,000 votes. Where was it? Really? Seriously. Yeah, I'm sick of them. Like I said, I'll be talking about them a lot because obviously they keep popping up on my motherfucking timeline all the time. That's why I put out that list and say they will be going through some things. Look at Bree. Bree's about to lose, she's keep losing her subscribers. Now she's at 30,000 a month. And it might get lower. Because why? Because you decide to be a imbecile ass troll. David Serrata can't get a job because why? Because he's nothing but a troll and nothing but a dick. Katie Harper lost her job at Rolling Stone. Crystal Ball now lost her gig at The Hill. They going private. It's a lot I can name. TYNT is losing subscribers left and right. Walker Bragman, you don't see him nowhere. He got no job. And who wants to book Ryan Knight and Nick on their shows when they're complete jackasses and all they do is troll motherfuckers all day, every day? That's why they were always on my list. And trust me, more is going to come to them. As the more they act out on Twitter, and as the more they troll people, and as the more they send their trolls to troll people, they will continue to go through something, because God ain't done with them. He ain't pleased with what they did. He ain't pleased how they insulted the elders. And so when you insult the elders, and when you insult people, and when you and troll people for no reason, trust me, things will come to you. And they will come left and right to you. And mark my words on everything on that. But I'll just end that. But folks, I am about to be off this thing. I gotta DM somebody and I gotta go on a call. But be safe out here this weekend. It's going to be a warm scorcher. So if you're on the East Coast or in the Southeast, included in the Southwest, please, and in the West, I'm not sure about the Midwest, but if you're on those coasts, please stay hydrated, drink a lot of water, and be safe out here. And wear your mask, please. Even if you're vaccinated, wear your mask. I don't care what kind of mask you wear your mask. We cover here and here. Be safe out in the streets. Still COVID. It's still crazy out here. And also for women, I know I said this before. It's going to be hot. If you live on the coast I just named, please wear the proper bra. If you got big titties, even if you got small little mosquito bites. If you don't want to wear nipple pasties. That matches your skin. That's my advice. And besides wearing nipple pasties, and if you're light skinned, wear a nude underwear. If you're dark skinned like me, wear black underwear. Either if you want to wear black bikini underwear, black cheekers, black hipsters, black thong, or black boy shorts, wear them. Yes, queen, because I seen too many people wear the wrong shit under. I don't know if they wasn't raised or the household they were raised in, but you have to wear the proper underwear. You have to. Like, seriously. And for men, yes, men is included in this conversation. If you're going to wear boxer briefs, make sure your boxer briefs are clean. Make sure we don't see your boxer brief. If you got a little stain on there, maybe you need to throw them out and get you some pack of new boxer briefs. You go to TJ Maxx, you get them for under $10. Whatever's on sale, you even go to the clearance. There's a lot of things on clearance because you know retail's not doing that well. So it's the best time for you to stack up on a lot of boxer briefs, a lot of briefs, whatever drawers you wear. Same with women. Men got different variations of drawers. They got boxer briefs, they got boxers, they got briefs. And if you want to wear a thong, that's on you. Like that. Women, same thing. So hope you take those tips. Hope you take those tips. But until then, have a good night.